This video is inspired by a current client of mine who allowed me to read this text message here on this YouTube video. So bear with me here. He says, how often would you be texting a girl or initiating contact with a girl you're consistently hooking up with? Been about 5 dates up to this point. Next date is already set for next Sunday, and she spent the night last night. I haven't talked to her all day. Don't talk to her a lot during the week unless she reaches out. Just wondering your thoughts on this kind of intermediary phase. So he's asking, how do I text this girl, after we've been doing some dates and hooking up? Like, what do I do in that dead time before the date? My response is simply, wouldn't text at all. And then he said, you're a savage, which I laughed at. He goes, so you'd go the entire week, just no contact until Sunday. And I said, yes, unless she text messages first. So I wanted to bring up to you today in this video, how to act with a girl when she likes you. And I'm going to be talking about when you guys have already been dating a little bit, like my client here, and even in the very beginning when she's starting to show signs of interest. Real quick, if you want to be one of my clients and work with me one-on-one where we can text and I can respond to you when you need anything going on with your dating life via text and also do weekly calls, we can do that. Just apply down below at coachedbytripp.com and you can be a potential client if you apply and you explain your situation and I see that I can help you. We'll get on a free call, you and me, strategize, figure out what's going on with you, and then talk about how I can help you. But I digress. Let's go into talking about the material today. So how are you supposed to act? Well, I just gave you that example here, right? I said you don't want to be texting her at all. So understand that when a girl likes you, you don't want to be so excited about it. You don't want to be showing all this attention. You don't want to be acting that way. And that's because you don't want to lose the interest of a girl. When you learn how to act when a girl likes you, then you're not going to lose interest and then you can keep this thing going, all right? So this is not about playing games. I'm not trying to tell you to play it totally cool and be totally just standoffish. No, we're not going to do that. But we do want to show some forms of non-neediness. We want to act like it's not a big deal, okay? We want her to know that you're a high-value guy that has had experiences with women. If you're showing her that you're too excited, you're texting her all the time, you're texting her having full-length text conversations between your dates, you're over-complimenting her, you're just showing her that you're so excited. Basically, this is saying that you are so obsessed with her, it's as if you have not had other experiences with other women. You're actually sub-communicating that because hopefully you're with a high-value woman. So if she likes you and you're so overtly giddy about it, it's almost as if is this the first time he's been with a girl before? Does he really not have a past with women? Does he not have options? Women don't want to know that. They don't want to see any sort of desperation. They don't want to see any sort of lack of confidence from showing all this interest and being too needy. However, with that being said, you still do want to move the interaction forward. I know what guys are thinking now. It's like, well, Tripp, I don't get it. How am I supposed to balance this act of not showing too much interest, but how am I supposed to hang out with her? Do I still go for the kiss? Do I still escalate? Well, of course you do. That's your job. And that's what you're going to do also when you find out that a woman might be interested in you. You're always going to be moving the interaction forward. I call this dominance. So you meet a girl, you'll get her number. You'll ask for her number. You'll be the one texting her to set up the date. You might be the one texting to set up the second, third, fourth, fifth date. You'll be the one who's going to go for the kiss. You're the one who's going to be moving to the sex location for you guys to hook up. You're going to be the one who's going to be taking control of the whole situation. You're the one who's kind of guiding and producing the whole situation. But that's all. You're not doing any of these intermediary things like my client was saying on the phone, right? You're not going to be doing all this texting in between. You're not going to be also doing things like buying her flowers, giving her random gifts. Like I said, over complimenting, any of that stuff. All that stuff doesn't work. It just shows the neediness factor. So what we want to do is we do want to play it cool, but mainly you're going to be just backing off a little bit in the intermediary, but still pushing things forward in the interactions. How are you going to do this? You don't want to be hanging out with her more than 1 to 2 times per week. That's it. Until you guys become an actual official couple, monogamous, whatever, you guys become exclusive. That's the word I'm looking for. You guys become exclusive, then maybe you'll hang out a little bit more. But even then, you want to be busy. You don't want to be hanging out with her more than 1 to 2 times per week before she becomes your actual girlfriend. That way, you can be meeting other women because you don't know if this girl is going to be your girlfriend or not. You can be busy on your path, your purpose, your career, your hobbies, your life, your friends, your lifestyle, travel, whatever you're doing. And you only see her a couple times. And this is going to help maintain the attraction so that you're not putting too much in this one basket. And she gets so much of you that she sees that you have nothing else going on in your life. So, with any girl that you're texting now, with any girl that you're dating now, text her to meet up with her, and that's it. Some guys will freak out by that. They'll say, there's no way, Tripp. There's no way you're telling me that I'm only going to text her when I'm trying to set up a date, and then I'm going to do it again. You know, like I tell guys, you can do it on the day of just to confirm so you know that it's actually happening. So I know what you're thinking. That's crazy. I can't believe you're telling me that I can't do that. Well, listen, if she text messages you, you're not going to ghost her. Like, respond to her. You don't have to do it right away, but respond to what she's saying. Use a couple sentences at the very most, maybe even a couple words to respond to what she's saying, and that's it. Don't get into a long conversation where you're responding, asking her questions. But here's the thing. If this girl wants that attention so bad from you that she gets turned off, that you're not having text message conversations with her in between dates, this girl's a red flag. And also, she was probably never that interested in you to begin with. Okay, so if you're going to lose a girl that way, good riddance, goodbye. You got to make sure that you're setting up your life so that when you're meeting women, you're not going to be texting them all day. Ideally, you're meeting and talking to several women. And if that's the case, what are you going to do? Be talking to 3, 4 girls at a time all the time? Like you have nothing else better to do? Of course you have other things better to do. So we can't be sitting here doing that all day. Got to play a little bit cool, do what you do, and you'll move the interaction forward for the bigger moments, the next dates, sexually, etc. If you need help with this, if you want me to teach you what to do when you're meeting women, how to meet women online, in person, what to text them, and make sure that you're having a dating life you really want, get coaching from me. I'll put an application down below. Click that, sign up. Let's get this thing handled to save you a ton of time. Either way, I hope this video helped you, and I'll see you on the next video.